The purpose of this video is to advocate for preschool education. The history. The first publicly funded preschool program was created in 1965. President Johnson was instrumental in beginning this half-day program called Head Start. This program launched the development of many options available today. Parents have the choice of sending their child to a federally funded Head Start program if their income is at the poverty level, state-funded preschool, government-funded special education programs, and for-profit and not-for-profit providers, including those that accept government subsidies. The popularity. Even with the funding in place, there was a slow rise in the popularity of sending 4-year-olds to school. According to the website K12academics.com, in the 1960s, only 10% of the nation's 4-year-olds were enrolled in a classroom setting. In 1970, the percentage had risen to 22%. However, by 2001, that percentage had risen to 66%, and in 2015, the percentage of the nation's 4-year-olds that were attending preschool was 61%. The questions. Why should a parent make the decision to place their child in preschool education? What difference will it make in the future skills of the child? The expectations. In 2012, the National Institute for Early Education Research stated that 1/3 of the nation's children were unprepared for kindergarten. This is due in part to the high expectations that are in place. With the adoption of Common Core standards in most states, the expectations that should be met by each child became very high. When students begin school without preparation and are pushed to achieve beyond their level of development, problems emerge. The purpose. Add in other conditions, such as low socioeconomic status in the family, and children have huge academic shortfalls that begin in kindergarten. Magnuson, Myers, Rum, and Waldfogel found that children from low socioeconomic status families began school with less academic skills than those children from families with higher socioeconomic statuses, and considerable gaps in cognitive and academic capabilities continued in later years of school. An example of this was found in a study by Hart and Risley in 1995. They found that by the age of 3, children in families receiving welfare had vocabularies that were half as large as those of their more affluent peers, and the disparities persisted throughout childhood. In 1990, concern about continuing differences in school readiness between children from more and less economically advanced families led government leaders to endorse the first of 8 national educational goals. The goal stated that by the year 2000, all children should enter school ready to learn. One of the 3 objectives under this goal was that all children should have access to high-quality and developmentally appropriate preschool programs that help prepare them for school. The results. There are 2 main methods through which children can benefit from pre-kindergarten programs. The most identifiable is skill achievement, because learning skills earlier allows teachers to move students onto learning more advanced skills sooner. The second includes the early learning of appropriate classroom conduct as well as improving peer relationships. Magnuson, Myers, Rum, and Waldfogel found that children partaking in any center-based care had better scores in reading and math skills than those cared for solely by parents. But the benefits were the greatest for those attending pre-kindergarten. Other findings point to the fact that children who participated in pre-K have stronger reading and language skills than children who participated in Head Start, but both programs enhance children's skills. Public pre-kindergarten programs were found to positively impact 4th grade district level math scores according to Arts and Welch. The evidence is overwhelming that preschool programs can work to increase performance in early school grades. It also has a residual effect on students as they continue through life, as is represented on this graph compiled by the Center for Public Education. The personal connection. In 2001, the district for which I work began a pre-kindergarten program with 1 class. At the time, I was teaching kindergarten and had done so for 2 years. In 2002, of the 15 students from that program that came to the school where I taught, my class had 8 of them. I am not sure why or how so many of them ended up in my class. There was a significant difference in the abilities of those children from the pre-kindergarten than those that had not attended. They were better acclimated to school, had better social skills, and their academics excelled above the others. In the years following, the program grew, and the skills of the participants did too, as the teachers improved the program and the expectations grew higher. The conclusion. The overall conclusion that can be drawn by the evidence that is presented in literature and research points to the fact that pre-kindergarten programs are beneficial to children. It provides students with the lasting skills and academic exposure that increases their school readiness. Better school readiness affords students with the foundation for future successes in school and in life.